Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox and take a close-up look at the Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones and then try and pair it with the smartphone. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a pair of Mpow ANC or active noise cancelling headphones, and they feature Bluetooth 5.0 and have a maximum talk or music playback time of 30 hours. And taking a look at the back or bottom of the box, here are a list of specifications and features. And now let's go ahead and open up the box by, of course, pulling out the tab that's keeping the box lid shut. And taking a direct look inside, let's remove the card that's sitting on the box flap and continue to remove the contents from the box and setting them across the tabletop. So I'm just going to tip the papers or cards inside and always checking through to make sure nothing else is left inside. So that's the box packaging of the Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones emptied. I'm going to set the box on the right hand side of the frame and then spreading the contents of the box packaging out and across the tabletop here, so there is a nice clear view of the entire contents and accessories from this product. So right there, nice and neat, hopefully everything right across the frame, so you can see what's included with this Mpow H19 IPO ANC wireless headphones. So let's start off by first taking a look at this card. So there is a card here that shows that the headphones can be used with a wired 3.5mm connection, so pretty versatile there. Also helps save some battery as well if you choose to connect it directly by wire instead of via Bluetooth. And here, some warning on this card here that says important reminder. Okay, setting that down as well and moving on to the next item. Okay, so there is a gift card redemption here to be used through Amazon. And setting that down and moving on to the next item. So there is, or the headphones do come with a 2-year warranty here as shown on this card. And some features and benefits of being an Mpow member. So right there, setting the papers down and moving on to the user manual. So it does come with a user manual here for the Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones. I'm just showing you the thickness of this user manual, instruction manual. So it does fold out into several panels, and just let me check to make sure that it doesn't expand any other way. So nope, it's just a simple fold out user manual here, the front and reverse. I'll show you a close-up of it in just a second. So right there, for your reference purposes of the Mpow H19 IPO ANC headphones, and just moving along the panels to show you the instructions and of course specifications and guidance on how to use or set up this pair of headphones. Okay, so that's the user manual of the Mpow ANC H19 IPO headphones. Just gonna find a spot where I can set this down. So I'm gonna set it on the top left of the frame right there. And then of course, the headphones do come with a drawstring pouch or carry pouch here, as you can see. Soft velvety type material and with a cotton lining inside, and of course drawstrings at the opening. So just going to set that down, keep it folded somewhat to save on the table real estate somehow. Just going to set it on the left hand side of the frame right here and doing a bit of neatening up and moving on. So there is a set or a length of 3.5mm double-ended audio cable here. You can see the two plugs or jacks there, 3.5mm. It's nice to see that they have that premium treatment to it with that gold-plated finish. So handy to use for direct connectivity to more or less a legacy audio playback device, or should you wish to conserve some battery power, you can do that instead of connecting wirelessly via the Bluetooth 5.0. And then over here we do have what appears to be a USB, micro USB cable, which more than likely is used for recharging the headphones. So right there, USB, micro USB charging cable for the headphones, and then setting that down, and then of course moving right along to the main item itself, which are the Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones. You can see inside the plastic bag right here, they do have a nice solid weight to it. It is advertised as lightweight, but there is some noticeable weight, not too heavy though, and doesn't feel too light either. And you can see that they are foldable, as they are folded at the moment in the shipped form straight out of the box. And it does feel quite nice just to handle it so far from the initial impressions, and it does have a very kind of sleek design, as you can see. Nothing too fussy, and with a nice contrast between the glossy and matte surface finishes of this headphone. So giving you a look around, and just going to rest it in the palm of my hand just to give you some idea of the size. So it does kind of look fairly large, but it isn't too heavy or excessively heavy. It does have a nice weight to it. Okay, now just going to fold out, and you can hear the click, and let's fold it back in again. So it does have a notchiness to it in terms of clicking open, so you know that it is locked open or folded close. And let me just move some of the papers around so it doesn't get too distracting against the foreground, so we can focus on the headphones itself. So just moving some of the items across, but still keeping them in frame right there as best I can. So there we go. Hopefully that should do the trick somewhat. Okay, until I bump into them by accident. Okay, so there we go. So nice and neat here with all the contents laid out across. So this time round, taking a look around this Mpow H19 active noise cancelling headphones. You can see the Mpow branding on the outer ear cup side. Just taking a look around, and that texture of those ear cup padding covers feels absolutely amazing. It's been a while but just touching these do provide a very, very luxurious type of feel. You can see just how soft that material does appear with that super fine grain texture, giving you a close-up look right there as to the very fine grain texture to it. So they do advertise these as protein pads, and you can see that very soft padding in them without feeling too light or under padded. You can see as I press down and let go, they do spring back very quickly. And it's nice to see very large left and right letterings in them, so it's easy to identify very quickly when you recover or want to put these headphones back on. So you can see L on the left side and R on the right side instantly without having to look for those usually very small and uncolored lettering. But this time around, you can see with this Mpow design here, everything is very, very visible and instantly identifiable with the L there, and then another L on the inside should any of these letters wear out over time. At least there is the other one. Okay, so right there, giving you some idea, and let's see if we can extend that. And you can hear that very fine clicking as I extend and retract the headband as well. And you can see the different levels of steps there for the extension. And it does advertise itself as an ANC or active noise cancelling headphone. So easy markers to identify: ANC on the left side, and then wireless on the right side. Should not wish to look on the inside of the headphones for any identifying left or right orientation markers. And just to show you the swiveling of the ear cups as well, so they do have a fork-like design, as you can see there, and do provide a little bit of swivel right there for proper fitment. Okay, just giving you a look right there. So maximum swivel movement right there, fully extended down in terms of the ear cup hinges right there. And let's extend it out fully. Continue with that. Make sure that's fully extended to give you some idea of the maximum range of that headband extension to fit into much larger head sizes. So right there. And of course no creaking, which is good to hear, so it's not under any kind of stress with that metal headband. That's pretty good as well. So usually with plastic extension arms, they can snap under enormous stress or flex, but this time around, nice and simple right there. And taking a look at the controls, of course, the left side, focusing on the left ear side of the Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones. You can see some vents there. Let me just tilt that ear cup right against the fork so you can see very clearly all the controls around it as well. So you can see that 3.5mm audio jack there for a direct connection via the supplied 3.5mm audio cable, which is double-ended to plug into a legacy device, or should you wish to conserve battery power. And there is an ANC switch there, so you can always turn it on or off. Obviously with it on, it does consume a bit more power or battery. And then looking on the right side now, you can see, as denoted by the R lettering, obviously, and looking at the controls there, there's a plus and minus there, and what appears to be perhaps a power on button there, and of course a micro USB port there for recharging the headset with the supplied micro USB cable. There appears to be an LED status indicator light as well, and I believe that might be a microphone hole for calls as well. as well as, of course, active noise cancelling features. Okay, so there we go, nice good look all around. And of course, one thing I didn't get around to showing is the headband itself, very important when it comes to comfort. So right there, does feature that same very finely grained covering on the headband as we saw earlier on the earphone cups. And once again, that kind of soft padding, as you can see. You can see it's just a small section there, and perhaps that's enough, given that beyond those points is where the headband does extend out. Okay, so nice, good look all around. Hopefully we can get some focus right there. Lovely focus of the camcorder doing its job very swiftly right there with the focusing and looking around at this Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones. So nice, good look. You can see once again those different elements in terms of finish with the contrasting glossy black against the very understated matte black surface finishes of this headphone. And in terms of swivel, you can see that the headphones do swivel this way as well. So quite a bit of adjustability, and again, of course, being a foldable set of headphones does fold and compact itself very tidily for storage, and of course that pouch on the left is supplied as well. So right there, nice compact unit of an active noise cancelling headphone. Okay, so we've had a nice good look all around. Just making sure the left ear cup is on the left side, and just giving you a close-up to get a look at the bottom. So you can see controls on either side of the headphone cups. So left on the left and right on the right. You can see those controls right there with the buttons and ports, and of course the 3.5mm jack as well. Okay, so it does, as I mentioned earlier, it does feature a 30-hour playback as well as call time. So just giving you a look at this angle, of course, from this angle of the Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones. You can see once again that swivel does turn outwards. And right there. Just giving you various aspects and angles for a more complete view of this pair of Mpow headphones. Okay, so I think we've had a thorough enough look close up of the set of Mpow headphones. Now let's go ahead and turn it on. Let's see if we can do so by pressing on this button. Let's try this button and see if that, so you can see that LED blink right there. And I think there was an audio prompt as well. Obviously this is not the best way of kind of doing a turn on or demonstration. It should ideally be worn so I can actually hear what's being said by the audio prompts, which are usually quite helpful. But this time around, once again, as always, going in blind, and you can see that red and blue LED blinking away right there on the right side ear cup. Right there. And of course, over here, I have a Sony Xperia XZ3 Android smartphone, which I've unboxing the channel before, and it's in the Bling Slim TPU carbon fiber effect case, as you can see right there and there, which I've also unpacked on the channel before. Let's go ahead and pair the headphones with the smartphone. Okay, so let's go into the Bluetooth settings and pair a new device, and let's see what happens. And it's identified the Mpow H19 IPO headphones right there. Let's tap on that to pair. And right there, let's allow access and pair. And just like that, we've paired the headphones, and you can see that LED has stopped flashing the red, the blue still blinking, or at least I just saw that blink a few moments ago, and now it's, there we go, that blue is now just a single blue instead of an alternating blue-red. And now let's play some trending music. So let's go into the YouTube app and play some trending music. And you can hear that audio playing through on the headset. And of course, it is an ad. Let's skip the ad. And right now, it's playing some music. And let me put the headphones on and tell you how it sounds. So it feels really comfortable. And those ear cups really do provide a nice and sealed surround around my ears. And it does feature quite deep bass and good clarity. And let's see what happens when I flip or push that ANC switch on. And you can see that green indicator light showing that the ANC is on. And just putting it on my head again. And testing. And I'm going to switch it off right here. Testing. And I can hear quite a noticeable difference in terms of the audio playback with active noise cancelling on. So when I speak with the active noise cancelling on, that my voice doesn't really come through at all through the headphones, so which is quite nice to know that it is kind of working, even though this is just a very basic form of demonstrating the active noise cancelling feature. It was just a quick Bluetooth pairing anyway, and the audio, as you can hear, coming out nice and clearly. And let's press on these buttons to see what happens with the plus and minus. So you can see the display responding on the phone with the volume up and volume down controls as I tap. Very responsive, and of course audio still staying crisp and clear, and ANC or active noise cancelling still on right there. And let's see what happens when I press and hold on the plus, and right there it's moved on to the next track. And of course we do have an ad playing right here. Let's skip the ad. And now it's continued with the next track in that trending music playlist on YouTube. And you can hear the audio still coming through very clearly. And I'm now going to switch the ANC off, so you can hear even just externally through the camcorder that there is something actually happening when I turn on and off that ANC or active noise cancelling feature right there with the slider switch. So that's the Mpow H19 IPO active noise cancelling headphones. Thanks for watching and happy listening.